Welcome everyone to Family Food Fun Week at the Early Learning Center. We are the ECAP teachers, preschool teachers, are encouraging you to use these fun materials in your home with your family to bring nutrition and fun experiences and learning experiences through nutrition and preparing food to your family. We do these every week in our classroom if we're together. And since we're not together, we thought we would try to inspire you to do some at home. Today, I'm going to follow a recipe and make something that I make every year in my preschool class. Number one, because I love apples. And there's lots of apples and lots of different kinds of apples out right now. We use these for counting. We use our senses to smell, and we have taste tests. We do some comparing. We do all kinds of activities around apples when I'm in the classroom. And I decided that there's no reason why we can't do some of that exploring here while we're at home. So before we get started with the recipe, I'm gonna do something that's very important when you're preparing food at home or anywhere. I'm gonna wash my hands. I'm gonna go over to my sink. I'm gonna turn on my water, get some soap, and I'm gonna sing the ABC songs as I make lots and lots and lots of bubbles. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I've sung my ABCs, and my hands are nice and clean. Tops and bottoms and in between, they're so clean. And then I'm going to dry my hands just like we do when we're at school. And when we come back to school, we'll go through all that. We'll teach you how to wash your hands really, really good because it's important, especially now. Everybody's trying to stay really, really healthy by washing their hands. Okay, my hands are clean. Oh, and you got a nice apron to protect your clothes, and I tried this on, and it is too small. So I went and found one. This is kind of a special apron that my mom made for me. So this is kind of fun. It gives me a reason to wear my fun apron. So now that my hands are clean and I'm protected, I'm going to read my recipe for chunky applesauce. First, we wash our hands, which I did. And then it says we're number 2, we're going to cut the apples. Oh, sorry. Wash our hands and wash and peel the apples. So I already washed the apple, but I wanted to demonstrate peeling. This is a tool that you use in the kitchen. I use it to peel potatoes or apples. So I just used it to kind of peel the skin off. You can leave the skin on if you want, but this is a handy dandy tool. Remember, you use tools with adults, and lots of times the adults use the tools and they teach the children, but if you feel safe letting your child try, it's super good practice. And you just peel off all the peel. And then once you're done with that, whoops, I dropped it. Put it in the sink. Once you're done with that, I'm just going to let you know, you peel it all and then very carefully, remember your adult can use the knife, and just cut it into small pieces. You don't put the core in. This is called the core where it holds the seeds. And I don't put the stem in either. I only put the apple pieces. So I've cut up a bunch of apple pieces already because that part took a little bit of time. It was a lot of work. But I'm still using my cutting board here that was in your kit to protect my counter. And I peeled and cut up a whole bowl of apples. So these are ready to go. Before I add the rest of the recipe, I just wanted to show you the kind of apples. So I touched my nose. I need to go wash my hands again. Sorry. I have been out for a walk in my neighborhood and noticed there was a big tree full of apples. It was so full of apples that it was starting to like be pulled all the way to the ground, and nobody lives there next door. So I picked some apples, and then a neighbor gave me these little cute apples because she knows I always make apple stuff this time of year. And then I think I got these apples from one of the teachers at the school. So I have 3 different kinds of apples. This is the apple from the tree, and I don't know the names of them because I just don't know. They don't have the label like they do at the store. This is the apple from the center. And this is the apple from my friend who, when I went to her house, she said, I have apples for you. Look at how cute it is. So apples are different colors, and obviously they're different sizes, and they taste different. Some apples are sour, some apples are sweet. We often do a taste test. My very favorite apple is the Honeycrisp, but when I had one of these, it tasted really crisp and sweet and sour together, which is what I love, and that's what kind this one is. So I have a large, medium, and small apple. Those are the kinds of apples I cut up. Did you get this tool in your kit? Do you know what they're called? If you said measuring cups, then you are correct. Measuring cups help you to follow a recipe and make sure that you have just the right amount of things or ingredients in your whatever you're making. I love these because they're so bright, and just like the apples are different sizes, these are also different sizes. This one says it's a 1/8 of a cup, 1/4 of a cup, 1/3 of a cup, 1/2 of a cup, and then 1 whole cup. So the one that I'm going to use in this recipe is the cup, 1 cup. So I'm going to get that ready right there. And then just because these are fun, I'm going to show you these too. So these are all different sizes as well. They go from smallest to biggest. Let's see what measurements these are. This one is a 1/4 of a teaspoon. This is 1/2 a teaspoon. This is 1 teaspoon. This is 1/2 tablespoon. And the purple one is the most, and it is 1 whole tablespoon. And that's the one I'm going to use in the recipe. Okay, so let's go back. I washed my hands, I washed and peeled my apples, and I cut them into small chunks. Because we're making chunky applesauce. And then you just put it in a pot and turn on your stove to medium. So I'm going to do that right now. I have this pot right here that I have ready. I'm going to put it on medium because I don't want to burn them. I've done that in the classroom before, and it kind of smells good for a while, and then you can tell something is burning and you have to be careful. So it's very important to pay attention and focus when you're cooking. Sometimes that's a challenge for me. So do you want to measure how many cups of apples we have? I'm going to scoop them out. We have about 1 cup, oopsie, 2 cups, 3 cups, what's after 3? 4 cups, 5 cups, 6 cups. We have about 7 cups of cut up apples. And this measuring cup is for water. So you don't want the apples to burn, you want them to simmer. So I'm going to put 1 cup of water to my heating apples. I'll be right back. Okay. So some recipes you need to be really precise, and this is not a recipe that you need to be precise because really there's nothing you can do to ruin this recipe. It is just really yummy naturally by itself. So I filled this 1 cup up. I'm going to add it to my apples. And I've turned on my stove, so it's going to start heating up. I'm gonna get a spoon, kind of stir it around a little bit. And I do want to let you know, sometimes I add this ingredient. It's called cinnamon. Cinnamon is a spice and it makes your apples smell really good and taste really good. I don't think I'm going to add cinnamon this time. I think if I want cinnamon, I'm going to add it when they're all done. But you can decide what you like in your family. I think I like cinnamon and I usually add it at school, but I don't think my family likes cinnamon very much, so I'm not going to add it because they're the ones that get to eat it. I am going to add 1 tablespoon of sugar. Sometimes I do not add sugar when I'm at school because we try to be really healthy and the apples taste really good all by themselves. So you really don't need sugar. But because this is for my family and I know that they do like sugar, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of sugar. And I always try to add a little bit less than what it says because once you add it, you can't take it back out. But if I add some and I taste it and I'm like, ooh, those apples were really sour, I think I need some more, then I can add a little bit more sugar. So you always want to do a little bit less and then you can add more. That's how I like to think about it. So I'm not going to put the full amount. I'm going to put like almost a full tablespoon and I'm going to sprinkle it around and know that if I want to add some more later, if it's too sour, then I can. But they're naturally yummy. I don't think you need much sugar. We're going to go over our recipe. We followed the directions. We washed our hands and we washed and peeled the apples because that makes it safe. We cut up the apples in small chunks. We added, oh, here, hold on. I forgot to write the amount. I was going to save that so I could demonstrate. So I added 1 cup of water and I added 1 tablespoon of sugar, almost, remember? And then I'm going to cook it for 15 or 20 minutes. And if you like it really chunky, that's probably enough. If you don't like chunky applesauce, you want it to be a little smoother, you can use a fork or a potato masher and you can smush the apples once they get soft. And it's going to make your kitchen smell really yummy and really just like fall, which is something that every time someone's cooking at our school, applesauce, we can all tell because it smells so good. I hope that you get to try baking together or having some nutritious recipes to follow from your kit. And remember, if you do any of those activities, please send me a picture or some kind of a note to tell me what you thought about it, what you said about it, how much you liked it. And even if you don't like it, I like that feedback. If you didn't like it, I want to know why, because this is an experience. So we are having an experience and you get to tell me about it. This is good for you because it has antioxidants, it has fiber and vitamin C, and I hope you enjoy it. Till next time, bye.